Alright then guys, this is Alan recording another comprehensive Magic the Gathering Arena draft video. Let's do some more Premier Draft Dominaria, considered by limited experts as one of the best limited sets of all time. And as you can tell, the pod filled up pretty quickly, so everyone wants to draft Dominaria given how good it is. So yeah, I can't disagree with that. Let's begin. Pack one, pick one. What do we have the fine pleasure of opening today? Joseph S is pretty powerful. Easy first pick, especially if you can kick this late in the game. And it's nice being in black with a card like Joseph S, since there's cards like Soul Salvage that can also recover it unless it gets exiled. So it's going to be my easy clear pick here. Good uncommons. Knight of Malice is probably the best uncommon of these two, although Garner can be better maybe in a black-red deck. But black-red is a good archetype, but it's not like super amazing that I want to take a gold card out of it. Like if it was a Tatiova or Slimefoot, I would probably consider them as pack one pick ones, but not Garna. Fungal Plots only best in black green since there's some mill synergy and you can mill your graveyard and generate 1/1 tokens. Best common is pack overall is Blink of an Eye. There's a Gideon's Reproach and Calico Skin Witch that stands out. Also, Fungal Infection is a great overperformer, but here will be Joseph S. If Joseph S wasn't in his pack, I'd probably just take a Blink of an Eye, given how powerful blue is in this set. And you can have a really good deck just by having a bunch of blue commons, and you don't need to have the uncommons or anything. But easy Joseph S. Followed by Joseph S, we do see a mending of Dominaria and a Seal Away. Seal Away can maybe lead us into a nice green-black, like a nice white-black historic deck. Mending of Dominaria can fit well with Josu, since we're looking to kick Josu, and if we're able to use Mending, we can leverage this as card advantage by getting creatures from the top of our library, and then once the lands all come back from the graveyard to your battlefield, you can use those lands to kick Josu Vess. So I actually don't hate the Mending of Dominaria. It does help you ramp, and it also finds you playables. So it's like a nice card draw spell in green. Alternatively, there is Grow from the Ashes, but I would never take it over Seal Away. I think Mending is pretty powerful, especially with Josu Vess, and I am a big fan of Black-Green Saprolings. We could just be this more rampy version of the Black-Green Saprolings deck, and I don't mind taking the Mending. Seems pretty good. Also, white is considered the worst color in this set, but it's still a good color. I think the Mending just fits well with our Joseph S plan, and also Knight of Malice. Well, we did miss out on a Seal Away, and Knight of Malice does mostly want to be in a white-black historic deck, since it gets the extra +1/+0. But even then, it's still a 2-mana 2/2 first striker, so it's great on defense. And if you're lucky enough to play against the opponent playing white, then it gets the extra bonus. Barret is okay, but not very exciting. Defreeze, good if you have lots of flyers. Ancient Animus is a replaceable fight spell, but it can be fine if you have large creatures. I think I'll just take a Knight of Malice here. And if we do end up in white-black historic, I guess we did miss out on a Seal Away. This pack is not very exciting. I could just take a Dark Bargain here to just stay in black for the most part. Crows and Druid's okay. Sergeant at Arms is very okay. Filler, Adamant Will, fine. Combat Trick. Nothing stands out here. I think I don't mind a Dark Bargain in these. A single copy of Dark Bargain does help in the black deck just to dig in your deck and draw. So I'll take it here. Okay, also nothing amazing. I guess there's a Cold Water Snapper in case we end up in blue-black control. I don't think I want a Cabal Evangel. Is a pretty replaceable 2-drop. Charge in case I go super aggro with white and go really wide. It can be fine as a fine trick. But yeah, it's all that common. I think I don't mind Cold Water Snapper. It's just a more important component if we do end up in some sort of black-blue control deck. We'll take a Cold Water Snapper for now. So white seems fairly open. None of the white cards have been impressive so far, other than that Seal Away. So if we don't end up drafting green, we're going to be ending up drafting white. But I do kind of want to be in some sort of rampy black deck with Joseph S, since you can kick it and essentially just win the game. So cards like Land of War Elves do go up higher in value, plus the Mending. That is a late Fiery Intervention. I don't mind taking that. Alternatively, there is Stronghold Confessor, which is pretty good in the white-black historic decks. since that archetype is looking to be aggressive, but in the much more grindier version of the black deck, it's not that amazing. I think the best card in this package is Fiery Intervention, so we're going to speculate onto 4 colors now, or even 5. But we know for sure we're drafting black, we just don't know what our secondary color is. This pack isn't impressive. I guess if we do end up in white-black, I don't mind a More to Glory as a nice upgrade over the land slot. Maybe generate a couple of 1/1 white soldier tokens to help go wide. Befuddle is like fine. Filler, Knight of New Benalia, not an amazing 2-drop, due to the fact that the 1 toughness gets answered by fungal infection in this set. I'll take a Memorial, so I guess we're in 5 colors now. And a late Pegasus Courser, okay. This is a signal that white could be open, so I might have missed out on a Sealway, which does hurt. I guess there's also more to Unity, which if we were in green, it would be a fine card as well. But I think Pegasus Courser is just too good here to pass up, so we'll take it. And there is a late Giddings Reproach. However, there is a late Garna as well, and a Fungal Infection. I mean, there was a Fire Intervention passed to us, so I don't mind just speculating on Garna since it's a more powerful card. And maybe if we end up just passing all these white cards to the person to our left, they're going to be the white drafter instead. Fungal Infection would be the more conservative approach, but Garna is pretty powerful if you want to be black-red grind. So we'll take a Garna. Seeing it late, now we'll take a Sergeant at Arms. And now we'll just take a random Knight of New Benalia. I don't think I'm ever going to play Cabal Evangel. And there's also an Adamant Will. So I guess we missed on a couple of white cards. Even Charge. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, I guess we're going to have to preference ourselves into white the next pack. But we also have Garna and Fire Intervention, so we'll see. Forebearer's Blade is pretty good. However, there's also an Eldest Reborn. Forebearer's Blade would be very good if we know we're committed to white. Since, I mean, the trample is quite relevant, and then once a creature dies, it already attaches onto another creature. But Eldest Reborn is just really powerful. It's just a great 2-for-1, and if white isn't going to be open in our direction, I might as well just take the powerful black card here. If this wasn't this pack, I think I would take the Forebearer's Blade, but Eldest Reborn is just too good. Also, there's the Pegasus Courser, so hopefully, yeah, passing up all those white cards don't just come back to bite us. We took a Mending over a Sealway. We took Garna over Giddings Reproach. But here, we're going to take a Eldest Reborn over Forebearer's Blade, which I think would be better if we know we're being aggressive. But I just want to keep my options open. Okay, guess I don't mind a Jousting Lance as a filler. I guess there's also Sapperling Migration in case green is open. Like, I could speculate on it. It's a pretty good card. But if we still end up drafting white, I'll miss out on a Jousting Lance, but maybe we can pick up one later. Run is also pretty good, but it's only good if we can ramp. There's a chance we could still be in black-green Sapperlings, because we don't know what the person to our left is passing us. Because these are both pretty powerful green cards, not gonna lie. So I'll speculate on a Sapperling Migration. And that is a Pegasus Courser, but there's also Deathbloom Thallid. Well, what do we do? Guess I'll just take the Thallid, stick with black, and still pretend we don't know what our second color is. Cloud Reader Sphinx, Sergeant at Arms, Grun. I mean, we're seeing blue cards, but we didn't see too many amazing blue in the first pack. Guess I can just take a Grun the Lonely King, in case we still end up in black-green. Now there's a Fire Intervention, there's also Urza's Tome. Yeah, this draft is a little bit awkward, but I guess I'll just take the Fire Intervention. Now there's a Mesa Unicorn, Academy Drake, Jerry Mage. Man, this is not good. I guess I'll just take the Mesa Unicorn now. And I might feel bad here just missing out on a bunch of these white cards. That would have been fine in our deck. Guess I'll take an Ancient Animus. I don't really want a random 2-mana 2/2. Guess I'll take a Stronghold Confessor then. Yeah, it seems like red is cut off. I mean, green also seems cut off, so maybe I'm supposed to be in white. Maybe I just missed out on a bunch of good white cards here, like Pegasus Coursers and whatnot. But hopefully maybe the next pack can maybe reward us if we passed up all these white cards. Because we could still be in black-green, of course, or black-red. But if we end up in black-white, it's just going to be a very okay deck. There's no Arvods or anything. We missed on a Pegasus Courser, which arguably is better than Deathbloom Thallid because it can help you fly over. We missed out on a Seal Away. Another couple of Pegasus Coursers, Gideon's Reproaches. Guess, yeah, the Cabal Paladin makes sense in the white-black historic deck. So Arvad, Ariel would be pretty good in this deck. Could take a run amok in case we still end up in red. I don't think Chainer's Torment's amazing. I guess Chainer's Torment's good in the aggressive decks, but I still don't think it's very good. It definitely has some downsides if you're being too if you're losing life. Take a random charge, maybe run 2 copies if we end up in white-black historic. Okay, we'll see. Hopefully this draft isn't a disaster, and we did open up a Quende, but there's also an Inbolus Clutches, but we're nowhere near blue. Okay, so I guess we know for sure we're drafting white. I mean, there's also Fungal Infection, Saproling Migration. Hopefully this doesn't come back to bite us. We'll move into white now, I guess. Take the Quende. And there is a Blessed Light, which I'm happy to see. Okay, let's take it here. Dauntless Bodyguard would also be fine in this deck. So we should have enough playables if we just stick with white, and another Blessed Light being passed also makes me happy. So yeah, I guess we missed out on a couple of Pegasus Coursers that would have been better than the Mending or Seal Aways. We took Garna over Reproach as well. I guess a Dominant Trapper is pretty good in this deck. If we're trying to trigger Historic, which we only have a little bit of Historic going on. But I guess I might as well take it since it's could just be better than a Knight of New Benalia. Alright, don't mind Mesa Unicorn, but that is a late Slimefoot. There's also Vicious Offering in this deck, and in this pack, and we also don't have a lot of removal besides 2 copies of Blessed Light. But I think it's supposed to be the Mesa Unicorn. We just want a bunch of 2-drops. We're nowhere near black-green, so... And now Gideon's Reproach just passed to us. Okay, there's also Soul Salvage, but we're not really looking to grind the opponent out. We're an aggressive deck. Just want to have as many 2-drops and 3-drops. I guess the people are really stubborn that are drafting with us because they are really just passing all these white cards to me. If we don't have enough playables, might even main deck a Divest. There's an Aven Sentry, which can be a nice evasive flyer that we can use. Alternatively, we could just take, I guess, Deathbloom Thallid now as just a fine filler 3-drop because we do have a bunch of 4s already. Yeah, we'll just take a Deathbloom Thallid. Seems pretty strong. And then we'll just take a random 2-drop here. And a Fungal Infection, nice final card for the deck. And yeah, this seems good. I don't like the Cabal Paladin though, so that's a card I actually don't mind just replacing if there's something else in this pack. In the final packs, I mean, take a Garna. Guess I'm never gonna play the Excavation Elephant. Okay, maybe I just take another Knight of New Benalia and just cut to the Cabal Paladin and just hope for the best. And just draft this random like deck with a bunch of 2-drops, double charge as a pump spell, and then some late game removal and Eldest Reborn. Seems fine. And 40 cards. I think this is 17 lands given the amount of 4-drops, and also with the Memorial we want to maybe use mana to sack. Also, nothing else in the sideboard looks good. I don't really want the main deck of Divest. Okay, so it's a pretty weird deck, but we'll try it out. So let's see. I still think we need some black early on, so I think it's fine going 9-8. since we do need to eventually maybe cast Josephus on turn 4. But we're highly favoring white for the most part. But I still think this is fine. Yeah, let's try this. I could go 9-7 though. Is that too ambitious? I think that might be too ambitious. Let's try it like this. And hopefully we can just run the opponent over with a bunch of 2-drops. Missed out on a couple of Jousting Lances, missed out on a couple of Pegasus Coursers. It's fine, we do have 2 removal spells and Eldest Reborn as a fine curve topper in this deck. So hopefully we can just beat down and run away with the games. Opening hand, okay, seems fine. Just a bunch of 2-drops. We're fine playing them out. If I see black mana, I'm going to play around it and play the Pegasus Mesa Unicorn instead, because the Fungal Infection would punish us severely. Okay, let's attack. If there's a Fungal Infection, we have our own. No Fungal Infection. Let's just curve out here then. This is the turn where he plays a 3-drop, but it can't block. So that's quite a questionable card to be playing in your deck. Okay, just get in there. I guess I could also just Fungal Infection this, but we'll take our time. We just want to curve out and just kill the opponent here. It's not a high priority target, since it can't even block. And the fungal infection can actually be a fine, reasonable combat trick. This can't block, so I don't understand why the opponent didn't attack. Let's just attack with all. Fine with this. That was a pretty easy victory. Opponent didn't put up much of a fight in that matchup. Okay, about to hit the 2-minute mark. No one wants to draft Dominaria, I see. Okay, finally found a person. Okay, hopefully we can run this person over again and see. Let's claim our second victim. We're on the draw. Questionable keep, but we're on the draw. And we're going to start with a tapped Memorial. Knights on turn 1. It's questionable, but I think it's still worth it, especially we need to get to land 5 for Eldest Reborn. And we have Quende on turn 4 as well. So we just need to string together a bunch of 2-drops, essentially. So we'll keep. And we have a bunch of white creatures in the deck anyway, so hopefully the black creatures don't come and bite us. As I say that, we do top deck a Deathloom Thallid, so hopefully we can get some stuff together. Jousting Lance on turn 2, so maybe white, red, white. As I say that, we top deck 2 black cards in a row, so just need a swamp or maybe a 3-drop I can play. Okay, just pass, so yep, this sucks. At least we have a Gideon's Reproach, and we can play out Quende next turn. Did the opponent just miss out on, like, okay, he got his land drop here. Warcry Phoenix? Guess we'll just use the Gideon's Reproach, why not? He'll eventually get back if he has enough creatures, but this is just mana efficient. Don't know if that was correct though, but getting rid of Warcry Phoenix feels good. Okay, can we have our black mana, please? I swear this is 9/8. He kept one on top, so there's a creature. Okay, there's Keldon Raider. I don't really want to attack my Quende into it, so I'll just attack with a Knight. And if he wants to swing back, I'm fine taking 4. And he's trading down here, so that's good for me. So, can I have my black mana, please? I am running 9/8. This is 17 lands, I think. I'm pretty sure this is 17 lands. I can always first strike away the token. Pegasus Courser. Don't mind just attacking him for 4. We're heading the race. He does get us for 8 next turn, but I think we're on a faster clock. Can we just find black mana? I mean, a single Eldest Reborn here would be so amazing. Okay, he's just playing a bunch of auras. Okay, I guess I'll be taking 8. Sure. Will he kill us next turn? 8, 9, 10. He won't kill us unless he has Run Amok. Well, I guess we have to just go for it here. 8, 9, 10, yeah. If he deals 2 damage to our face, we're just dead. Or killing of our flyers, but I am running 17 lands. We have a bunch of black mana in our hand. I mean, a single black would have just saved us here. Even a single land with Blessed Light would have taken out Volduke. But sometimes you're just not lucky. Yeah, like this. That was just very unfortunate. Yeah, that was just as bad as it could have gotten. I think the deck was rigged. I think the AI rigged our deck to lose. I mean, there's no way that could have happened in real life, to be honest. That's just really unfortunate. Like, not even a single creature. Besides, I mean, the Pegasus Courser the whole entire time. And I'm running 9/8 here, like, I'm even favoring 8 a bit, keeping as, you know, usually 8 sources of black is enough, so I don't know what's going on. 17 lands, 8 sources of black. I don't know how we couldn't even have drawn a single black source that game. It makes 0 sense to me. Even through there's just no logic to it. It makes 0 sense. It's just really unfortunate. I mean, a single land could have just won us the game. Like, a single land. Blessed Lighting, like Volduke, would have just won us the game. Unbelievable. I mean, I guess even a 2-drop could have just won us that game. I mean, that was exactly 12. If we just chumped or put a creature in and traded with one of his, we would have just won. That makes 0 sense. I'm convinced the games are rigged now. And now we're gonna wait 2 minutes again. Oh, what's going on? Now, as I say that, we find a game. So let's get our mana, please. And this time we actually have both colors. We'll love an extra Mesa. We'll love an extra Pegasus Courser in this deck. Okay, so hopefully no fungal infection. I'm leaving the Knight because it beats down pretty hard. Okay, could see a fungal infection. Let's move to combat. I guess we also have a charge to dodge it, hopefully. Okay, no fungal infection. Okay, so it does make me glad to just keep playing out these 3/1s and beating down. We are bottlenecked at white mana, so if we need to double spell Basic Unicorn charge, we can't do it. Could see the fungal infection now. Frozen Druid, okay. Guess I don't mind trading one. Yeah, I guess I don't mind trading one. Alternatively, I could fungal infection and charge at the same time, but I think that's a waste. Like pumping, getting him for 4, fungal infection, nah, it doesn't seem like it's worth it. We can eventually find better use for this fungal infection. Another Frozen Druid, okay. Guess we have a Knight of Malice to follow up, so if he trades with one of our creatures, we're okay. If he deblocks a 2/2, I'm definitely going to use fungal infection here. Right, hopefully this doesn't come back to bite us. It didn't. Yep, white-black historic, just curve out, kill the opponent. It's a no-brainer. Go figure. Tatiova, okay, I'll kindly attack into it and then use charge. If he blocks a sapling, he's going to be taking too much damage here, so I think we just go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this is lethal. This deck is pretty much a no-brainer. And we're running 17 lands in this aggro deck too, which is not usually recommended, but there's really nothing on my sideboard that I want. And I do have Eldest Reborn and Double Blessed Light at 5. See, this is what happens when we get our second mana. We can punish people who don't have 2-drops to play against us. Would have also loved a Jousting Lance in this deck. At least one copy for the Dominant Trapper. Opening hand seems pretty bad. This is a mole. It seems okay. I guess I'll just bomb the Adamant Will. Since we're on a play, I don't think we have enough time to keep up the Adamant Will. If I can be greedy, I can bomb a land, but not on the play, especially bombing a land. The Adamant Will could have been fine to help us protect the creature, but yep. Could see a Shivan Fire end of turn. No Shivan Fire, okay. So coast is clear, we can start beating down unless he has something. Nothing? Okay, I guess we'll just keep attacking. I don't mind just playing out Josu Vest if I pick up Swamp off the top next turn. Since I'm highly I highly doubt we're gonna kick it in this deck. Okay, so yeah, this is what the deck does. Just punish the opponent for getting greedy with all these 6-drops. Just keep playing out our Knight of New Benalias. Yeah, that's just game over if he doesn't get a land drop. I wish I can just say sorry to this opponent, but I can't. Yeah. I'm not gonna emote him. It's too sad. This is too sad for me to emote. I'm not even gonna say anything. I wish it was a sorry emote here. That wasn't in the game. All right, so 3-1. Yeah, I mean with 3 wins, this deck is actually already overperforming. I'll be surprised if this even manages to get to 7. Especially in this set full of fungal infections and things that punish 1 toughness and sapperlings. I don't even know how we're managing to get here, to be honest. Okay, 3-1. Let's keep this show on the road. We just need to hope the opponents just don't play anything, and we can win. If that's a win con of our deck to hope the opponent doesn't play anything, then this is a pretty bad deck. Okay, yep, seems like a good keep. We can lead out with the Knight of Malice maybe, since it beats down harder, but maybe we need to play around Gideon's Reproach. Okay, Knight of New Benalia. I guess I don't mind the Knight of Malice, and if he attacks into this, then it obviously implies a Gideon's Reproach. But yeah, 3-2 is going to beat down pretty hard here. Pegasus Courser. Okay. I can actually just use the Fungal Infection here, which isn't a bad idea. So yeah, punishing the opponent for having his own Knight of New Benalia. So this does imply a Gideon's Reproach, perhaps. Am I fine losing my Knight for it? You could also have like a Fungal Infection to deal with the Mesa Unicorn. I think I'll just send in the Knight. I do need to pressure him if I see a Gideon's Reproach. Okay, no Gideon's Reproach. I guess it's time for Josu. In this deck, we're not kicking Josu. It's a hyper-aggressive deck. Playing around Fungal Infection is important with the Mesa Unicorn, so I'm not going to get greedy here. Guess I'll just ditch my Deathland Thal or my 5th land drop if I need to discard next turn. Guess I don't mind just Dark Bargaining in response before I sack something. So let's just do that. Don't need to... Or I can just develop the board. Like, developing the board isn't bad as well. But the opponent is at a low life total. I mean, I could just Dark Bargain main phase. What am I talking about? We'll just Dark Bargain main phase. And we'll just keep land, and I guess I do want an Eldest Reborn, but I don't think I need Quende. Ditch the Deathbloom Thal, and next turn we can Eldest Reborn to get a blocker out of the way. Calico Skinwitch, okay. Let's play our own Eldest Reborn, shall we? I mean, he can just get back any creature. But I think this is a perfect time to use it. He probably has a Fungal Infection here or something. So I could just play around it by playing out the Knight of Malice, by attacking with only a Knight of Malice and the Josu Vest. Does it really matter here? Yeah, he probably has his own Fungal Infection. I guess he can't target the Mesa Unicorn with it. I mean, my Knight with it. I don't know what he has here. Okay, Vicious Offering. Seems to make sense. I guess now he can get back Josu. I guess we will just Blessed Light Josu instead. Okay, this could go sour if we don't, I guess we can, yeah, I guess we can also steal his, like, Pegasus Courser, Chapter 2. Urgros is scary. Guess I could also just Blessed Light Josu and then charge and take out Urgros. Yeah, that seems fine. And then we'll just bring back the Urgros here. And this has first strike, so he's forced to block it. Yeah, got him. I would have loved an Arva in this deck too, but the Fungal Infection is just too good against the Knights of Neo Benalia that the opponent has. But he also had a very similar deck. He had Arvad and Urgros, which would have been pretty amazing in white-black, in our white-black deck as well. So he could have actually had the better deck, but we just got lucky. I still don't think this deck is amazing, but 4-1 is definitely an impressive result for a deck like this. Okay, Knight of Malice, Knight of New Benalia seems okay. We also have Adamant Will to maybe pump our creatures and protect them. So it seems fine. Opponent's also playing white, so that benefits me with the Knight of Malice, of course. Ooh, Jousting Lance? Let's see, which one do I lead with? Pride of Mesa, or this is pretty interesting. I guess the Knight of Malice, since the Knight of New Benalia can get hit pretty hard by a Fungal Infection. Nothing? Okay. Could actually see Gideon's Reproach here. So I guess we'll just attack first and see what happens before playing out our white creature. Gideon's Reproach would suck, but I can use Adamant Will to protect it at least. I guess it's hexproof, so never mind. We'll play out the Mesa Unicorn to just play around Fungal Infection a bit. I mean, you could have had a cast down, I don't know. But maybe the extra damage could have mattered, or not. Opponent did miss out on a land drop, okay, so... guess we'll just move the attacks. If he has something, we'll use Adamant Will and then play out the Knight. Could see a Gideon's Reproach. We can Adamant Will the Unicorn. He's going to take a bunch of damage, and then we can play out the Knight of New Benalia. If not, I guess I'll just keep up. I'll just Dark Bargain end of turn, since I'm so far ahead. Okay, fine guys, land drop. We can Dark Bargain and maybe use Blessed Light or Eldest Reborn. Not an amazing target for us to get rid of, but it's okay. Do I mind? Do I just want 2 charges? Maybe. Nah, I think we need to land. It's just a little bit too greedy having 2 charges in this deck. And we're fine just using the Eldest Reborn, I think, and getting in there. Alternatively, I can just attack, use charge, and play out Knight. Maybe that's just better. He probably knows about a trick here, but he's forced to play into it, I think. Maybe I should have played out Plains to keep up Adamant Will, but this is still fine. I don't really want to use the Eldest Reborn right now on the Mediocre 2-3. And I could have played the Plains out to keep up Adamant Will, but that was a huge misplay. I can only see myself losing to like an Urza's Ruinous Blast or something here. But he needs to have a legendary creature on the battlefield to do that first. Just a random Stronghold Confessor to block the 3-1. Well, that's pretty unexciting. Okay, Seal Away, sure. I guess now it makes it more... I guess now the Eldest Reborn is pretty good here, since now I can get him for 6. And this is about game over, pretty much. Since I also have a Blessed Light to take out any ground creature he has. Yeah, good games. GG's. I apologize that you don't really have anything amazing you could, I mean, I also had a Josu Vest, so, yeah. Right, 5-1. I can't believe this is 5-1. I still don't think this is a great deck, but sometimes you can just run away with aggro sometimes and just punish your opponent for stumbling under land drops and not having anything to play. And also, aggro is not something you really want to be doing this set, since it's full of removal. It's full of large toughness creatures, fungal infections, sapling migrations. Can definitely halt the Knights of New Benalia. But I think I'm just really lucky with this deck. I don't think it's good at all. The only bomb is Josu. We can't even really kick it. I guess Eldest Reborn is somewhat of a bomb, but it's not like unbeatable or anything. And we don't even have double strike synergy with Quende, so we're just basically playing a bunch of stuff. Black, white, good stuff, aggro, essentially. There's really no cohesive plan, but just attacking, using pump tricks, using Gideon's Reproach, using charge, etc. It's a pretty underwhelming deck, but I'm so surprised we even managed to get to 5 wins with this. Alright, well, a bunch of 2-drops. I mean, of course we're keeping this, right? Gotta play around Fungal Infection. Let's play out the Mesa Unicorn first, of course. Okay, well, I guess we're just going to be exchanging blows. Let's lead with the Mesa Unicorn. Because it has life gain. Don't know if I want to trade for this. Probably no trade. I do want to swing back and gain some life. Let's attack. And let's Fungal Infection if he decides to block. It's a pretty good target for Fungal Infection. And the opponent might be forced to stay on defense. He could have his own Fungal Infection, of course. But yeah, Josu Vest is definitely a good one. So Josu Vest is going to play defense, and this is going to be a stall, a ground stall, apparently. I can also just sack the Memorial end of turn to make 2/1 wins. Okay, that's a pretty aggressive attack. Do I just double block Josu or put everyone in front of it? Guess it makes sense to... I do want to kill Josu, otherwise he's just going to block me forever, but Adamant Will would be pretty bad here if he has one. So maybe I just block like this. Probably is an Adamant Will here. Yeah, attacking like this pretty aggressively implies an Adamant Will. But hopefully I can swing back and just gain some life in the meantime. Okay, hopefully this doesn't come back to bite us. Let's move to combat. Attack with all. We don't really have anything to protect. Okay, Gideon's Reproach, sure. Sure. I guess I don't mind just sacking the Memorial end of turn. Since I do have 5 mana already, I just want to be mana efficient. Don't mind taking this, and I can always just Gideon's Reproach to Mesa Unicorn. So he doesn't gain... I mean, he does get the chumps, of course. But I think I do need to race him, so let's move to attacks. Hopefully he doesn't have the Adamant Will. Alright. No Adamant Will. Okay, so we're just going to beat him down, essentially. Play on another Knight of New Benalia. And we'll keep land. I guess I'll just play out the land in case he does have the Calico Skin Witch. But I do plan on kicking the Stronghold Confessor if need be. Well, that's just game over. Good games. I mean, I do need to top deck like on Blessed Light here. Yeah, this unless I get something good like Blessed Light or whatchamacallit. I guess Eldest Reborn won't do it if he has another creature. I guess I don't mind a Triumph, but if I top deck an Eldest Reborn and he has a creature, I'm going to be quite sad here. Alright, just gotta pray. Never lucky. Guess we just have to swing all out, and hopefully this gets there. It's not going to do it here. Good games. Just need a removal spell for this Josu Vest. Like Eldest Reborn off the top would have saved us, but oh well. 5-2, not bad for a deck still. Can't win them all. But yeah, Eldest Reborn, Blessed Light, any of those cards would just want us to game. Maybe not win us the game, but would have gotten us pretty far ahead. We'll see. Let's keep playing. Right, this is a bad hand. I mean, I can only wish to draw a white, but this is not a good keep. This is also not a great hand, but I'll keep it. And what do I bottom? Josu Ves? Or maybe have to bottom, like, fungal infection? Maybe we bomb the fungal infection. And just hope we just hope the opponent just stumbles under land drops and we just play a bunch of 2-mana 2/2s. Just play a bunch of 2-drops and beat down, essentially. Okay, third land drop. That means we're not winning this. I guess I don't mind trading here. Alright. Guess I might just trade for this Gitu Journey Mage since we missed a land drop. But I mean, okay, the Forebear's Blade is quite scary. Guess I'll just attack with both to punish him, hopefully. I mean, he's trading at least, so he doesn't have anything to equip onto. But yeah, missing a land drop kind of sucks. But now we got our lands, so we have a game of Magic, guys. Do I want the double striker? No, let's just play on curve. In case we get another land drop next turn. Wow. What's going on? Is everyone drafting like mono red and missing their land drops? This should not be a 6-win deck. This should not be a 6-win deck. I don't know what's going on. This is the most mediocre vanilla deck ever, and it should not be getting 6 wins. I mean, in fact, it should not be getting 6-7 wins. I mean, this entire draft almost got train wrecked too, since we missed out on so many white cards like Seal Away, Pegasus Courser early on. We also missed out on Jousting Lances that would have been great in this deck, but we took them over speculative picks like I don't know, a Grun over Mending Dominaria, Garna, and even Fire Intervention. We should not be getting 6 to 7 wins with this. This makes no sense. Regardless, overview of the deck. In terms of removal, we don't have any good removal. We have Double Blessed Light. I guess those are good removal spells, but might not be enough. Double Blessed Light, to a lesser extent, Eldest Reborn. Probably not great removal, but still 2 for 1. Sometimes the charge can get there. The Fungal Infection for 1 toughness creatures. Adamant Will, so we can barge in. In terms of our 4-drops, we do have Stronghold Confessor. We're fine kicking in this deck, since Black-White is the only family for this card, I think, since there's really no aggressive black archetype in this set except Black-White. Sorry, did I say Black-Red? No, Black-White. Yeah, Stronghold Confessor kicked is the only reason why you should play this card is in Black-White, since the Menace is trying to be aggressive, and Black-White is obviously an aggressive archetype with Quende, but we don't have any double strike synergy, so it's just a random 4-drop that can maybe trade up or punch through if the opponent misses. Dark Bargain to prevent ourselves from a bit of flood. Josu Ves, which we're never going to kick in this deck, but it's still a good attacker and blocker on turn 4. A bunch of random 3-drops. Dominant Trapper, not going to be super amazing since we don't have too much historic besides 3 historic cards here, but it's just a filler 3-drop, and just a bunch of filler 2-drops. I also forgot to mention Gideon's Reproach is a removal spell. Bunch of filler 2-drops, the best of them being Knight of Mallets and a couple of Mesa Unicorns. So there you have it. I mean, we're even running 17 lands, which I don't really agree on for an aggro deck, especially with this low curve. We should be running 16, but honestly, there's really nothing on my sideboard I want to play. Like, I don't really want to play a Blessing of Belzenlock when I have Double Charge and Adamant Will. We don't really have anything to fetch back for the Excavation Element, and I don't really want to play a 5-mana 3/5 in this deck, or 7-mana 3/5. Drudge Sentinel sucks, don't ever play it, Fungal Infection kills it, you're never going to have enough time to keep up the black mana to use this. I guess we could also main deck Divest, but I'd rather just have a land drop to play our 2-drops instead, and there's Cabal Paladin. We're also running even split, even though it is favoring white. We've been doing okay with it. One of the games we lost is because we couldn't get our black mana, and we were stuck on double. We were stuck on white the whole game, and even a single white spell could have won that game. We were playing against like a mono red deck running Valduke and double Champion of Flame, and we lost that because we couldn't get a single land drop to save our life. And then one of the other games we lost, I forgot which one that was. I think that was also one where we stumbled on our land drops. I forgot which one we lost, but I mean, I think that opponent actually had a reasonable deck, and you know, we definitely couldn't come back after that one. But yeah, I'm really surprised this managed to even get to 6 wins. Um, and I'll be even more surprised if we even manage to get up to 7 wins, because this draft is an example of a draft that went okay. Like, it's a mediocre draft in my opinion. Like, we could have been in an insane black green saprolings deck if we were past like green stuff like pretty early on, but like the second pack was what kind of derailed us and forced us to move into white. And then we just took all the filler white cards in the third pack, which somehow we randomly got rewarded with, because we did get rewarded with double Blessed Light and Gideon's Reproach, which we did pass up on the first pack. We, however, didn't get our second Pegasus Courser, which I would have loved over the Sergeant at Arms. But yeah, anyways, fine deck. Let's move on to the final boss, and if we get to 7 wins, I'm going to be really amazed. Because honestly, I wasn't even trying with this. I'm not even trying, to be honest, with this deck. It's really not that amazing. Basically, we're just punishing people for missing their land drops. That's how this deck wins. I think if the opponents manage to hit their land drops and don't get locked up on their colors or play their 2-drops and start trading off, I don't think this deck has a chance. Like, we should not be getting ahead with this deck. I don't know how it's even making it, so we'll see. We'll see if we manage to get 7. So hopefully this final boss will be kind enough for us to maybe just swarm and kill ASAP. Okay, 2-drop, 3-drop seems good, and then Dark Bargain to refuel. We're on the play. Let's lead with a Mesa Unicorn. Okay, miss on your land drops. Don't get your secondary color. Let me just run you over. We even have charge. That's quite nice for the late game. Next turn will be Deathbloom Valid. What's the secondary color here? Red. So maybe... What's with these Boros Drafters? Okay, Knight of New Benalia. Wish I had my Fungal Infection. I'm definitely attacking here, since if this does result in a trade, the Deathbloom Valid hits back harder. Yep, this is fine. Deathbloom Valid next here. And we can even Dark Bargain or play out Sergeant at Arms next turn. Probably Dark Bargain. Did the opponent miss on the land drop? Okay, no. It's not that easy, not this time. Mesa Unicorn. And a short sword. Okay, so... Alright, I guess we'll just Dark Bargain end of turn. I'm fine trading this off. Or I can attack and play the Sergeant and then use charge to kill this, but I think that's too much. We'll just stay back. I don't really want him gaining life here. Valduke, okay, with a short sword. Pretty scary. Guess I could use charge on defense. I guess I'll just take 3. Yeah, we'll just take 3. Dark Bargain end of turn, hopefully find something juicy. Like an Eldest Reborn. Let's get our Eldest Reborn here. And we got the Eldest Reborn. Okay, and which one do I want? Quende or Eldest Reborn? I think I like Quende, if I'm not wrong, since he just hits harder. Okay, so this is a really nice Eldest Reborn here. Worthy final boss, but unfortunately the Eldest Reborn is too good here. Is he good gaming me because of this Eldest Reborn? I guess he is. I mean, that doesn't mean it's good game. I don't understand what the opponent says good game there, when it's not game over yet. Ooh, Adamant Will, that's a good discard. Okay, we'll just play out the Quende, play our land drop, and next turn maybe we can charge and punch through. We'll see. And which card do we want to get back? I don't really want to get back Valduke. I think I like the, like we don't have any equipments in this deck, so really see a reason for going Volduke. I think the right pick here is to maybe take Deathbloom Salad or Mesa Unicorn. Maybe Deathbloom Salad. It just hits hard. We're fine moving the attacks. Guess I don't mind just attacking with both of these, and we'll just use a charge. And we can also just kick the Sergeant at Arms here. Okay, opponent's flooding out. Hunt Sarah's Wings. Oh my god, that's just a card we did not want to see. Wow. Okay, I guess I don't mind just attacking the Quende here, because this at least trades. We just need a Blessed Light off the top, but we're never lucky. Okay, let's just attack with Quende. Obviously he's not going to block, but he's just going to go back to 21 here. So we need some sort of help. Opponent's on a 3-turn clock still, though. Okay, maybe that can block or something. We'll just attack with Quende still. Could have an Adamant Will here. Nope. Okay, guess we'll take 5. I could also chump here in case he has a pump spell. I think I have to. So I don't die to, like, something. Okay, so if he doesn't have a pump spell, we win. I mean, we lose. I mean, if he has a pump spell, we lose, but if he doesn't, then we're still alive. And hopefully we can use Adamant. I mean, hopefully we can use, like, top deck a Blessed Light, please. Can we top deck a Blessed Light, please? Game, I'm just begging you once. Give me a Blessed Light. Okay. Blessed Light, please. Actually, he could have... Okay, never mind. It's good game. Alright, we didn't get lucky this match. Just need a Blessed Light off the top. And I think we would have maybe stabilized and won, hopefully. But again, this I guess one of our matches we also lost to this on Sarah's Wings onto another creature. So I guess this is the bane of our existence, the on Sarah's Wings. But at least we got up to 6 wins. Okay, mediocre deck, but I think this is still worthy of an upload. This draft is an example of a draft that just completely went okay, but we did miss out on some pretty good playables for our decks that would have definitely improved. But we were kind of forced into white, a third pack, and we stayed too open, I think, throughout this draft, and we didn't commit to a color right away. So we should maybe commit to white more earlier, and we could have gotten a better deck. But it still managed to go 6-3, so it's not the worst. So I'm just gonna claim our prize here, and let's pretend we're cracking a pack, opening up a pack of Dominaria, pack 1, pick 1, Dominaria draft. What do we have to find pleasure of opening? I think I'll take Wizard's Lightning here over Shivan Fire and Gideon's Reproach. I would probably take Shivan Fire over Gideon's Reproach. But Wizard's Lightning, obviously really good if you have Wizards. But even without Wizards, like 3 mana instant speed, deal 3 is pretty strong. Shivan Fire, I guess, can deal 4 damage if it's kicked, but it's still 5 mana, which is a lot, so easy Wizard's Lightning. I'll take an Icy Manipulator here, since it goes into any deck. Just a powerful removal spell. Also disrupts the opponent's splash lands. If they're splashing on the upkeep, you can tap their third color, and then you can prevent them from casting their spells. Or if they're stuck on lands, stuck on their second color, and they only have one of their secondary color open, you can tap their land and then prevent them from doing any shenanigans. But either way, it's a pretty strong card. You know, you can use it offensively or defensively. Of course, you do need to keep up 1 generic, but that's not too much. So I'll definitely take an Icy Manipulator over Shivan Fire, but I'll definitely take Shivan Fire over Garna. Garna is really good. She is a gold color card, and in this set there's a lot of busted gold color cards like Slimefoot and Tatiova. But Garna doesn't really count as one of those busted cards to be taking, even though it is gold colored. I would definitely take Shivan Fire over Garna. But if Slimefoot or Tatiova was in this pack, I would probably take Shivan Fire I mean, I would probably take a Slimefoot or Tatiova over the Shivan Fire, given how broken they are. Garner's just good. She's not broken. She's not busted. Unlike Tatiova, where every single time you play a land, you draw a card, and Slimefoot, where it's also an enabler and payoff for the black-green Saplings deck. This is just a fine card that you can maybe flash in, return all your creatures that died, but it is very conditional. So, but I'll take a Shivan Fire over Garna. I'll take an easy Elfame Druid here. There's a lot of expensive kicker cards in this set, and Elfame Druid is definitely better than the Land of War Elves. Just being able to cheat out those kicker cards like Shivan Fire, the Drake, Grun, Fight with Fire is just really powerful, and Elfame Druid definitely better than Shivan Fire here. Shivan Fire is probably the best common in this set, along with Eviscerate, but Elfame Druid is head and shoulders above it. This pack sucks, except G2 Chronicler. I guess there's also Thallid Soothsayer, which is pretty good in the Black-Green Saplings deck. But if you don't have enough stuff to stack, then it's pretty bad. I mean, it's okay. It's like, I don't know. I know in Theros Beyond Death, there's a Soul Reaper Mogus, which is a 3-mana 2/3, which has a 3 generic to sack a creature and draw a card. This one is just 2 generic, but it's also 4 mana. And a 4-mana 2/3 body is not very impressive, so unless you're in the grindy black-green Saplings deck, I don't really like Thallid Soothsayer, but I'll take a G2 Chronicler as an excellent red card that can be kicked in the late game to get your best removal spell to recast over again. I'll take an Academy Journey Mage over Mesa Unicorn. Mesa Unicorn, definitely a very good 2-drop in the white decks, but again, white is not an amazing color. This set is very grindy. There's a lot of bounce spells like Academy Journey Mage, lots of removal spells that are very cheap, and in Dominaria, you kind of have to just win with commons sometimes, and blue just has the best commons. You can have a really good blue deck with nothing but blue commons, in fact, and still run away with the game. Run away with your draft, I mean. But yeah, there's just so much removal. You can't rely on a single bomb to win you a game sometimes. Even in our game against a guy with the Onsera's Wings, both opponents that we lost to since they had Onsera's Wings, you can definitely punish them by just using a blink of an eye, Blessed Light, Eviscerate, etc. Yeah, I have to keep that in mind. But easy Academy Journey Mage over Mesa Unicorn. So there you have it. This is an example of an okay draft that went okay. I tried to stay as open as much as possible, but I got punished since I missed out on some pretty good white cards. But either way, we still assembled a pretty okay deck and managed to get the 6 wins, surprisingly enough. So yeah, hopefully I can record more Dominaria drafts and upload more Dominaria drafts for you guys to glance at. So in the meantime, have a great day and stay safe. Take care.